My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Monster Train 2. What, excuse me? Didn't we just do Awoken Hellhorn the other day? I guess we did it from the Awoken side, and we have to do it from the Hellhorn side as well. Oh boy. We've got a Thorned Hollow here with no support in the base deck. Alright, Rejuvenate's probably not going to be the plan. 2 copies of Hornbreak. That's really nice. Just delete a target. Actually, also 8 damage twice. That's gonna cut a lot of flesh from the Fleshmaker. Flesh Weaver rather. Kale. Serpentine chosen Dominion to Steel Enhancers. Steel Enhancers being 0 cost is nice. But that's kind of negligible stat growth by the end of the game. Versatile Ember Staff, you say? Righto. Give me... Oh, no! I want the Reaper line, because they changed the Reaper line. And you only get to access the real change of the Reaper line if you have 3 levels in Reaper. And that is now, it is an ability culling, which causes you to attack immediately. Cooldown of 6. Upgrade it to culling 2, cooldown of 3. Upgrade it to culling 3, cooldown of 1. So you just get to force an attack once a turn. At your choice. Oh, beautiful. No, I don't get to choose that line here. I mean, look, I haven't really done much with Brawler in a while, and I don't really need to compete with Awoken for frontline, so I'm probably going to go Brawler. Brawler's also really good for, I mean, carrying the Root Seeds buff, not that it's a, good buff. And Steel Enhancer. Like, it's an early game damage strategy, and then I can translate into getting Rage, so I can actually do serious damage numbers. Okay. -1 energy per turn, completely fine. I don't have alchemies in this deck. I'm not even playing Fireborn. I do have to take some time to think about it, though, just because of how important it would be. Yeah, sure, I'll just jump with Thorned Hollow on that floor anyway. It's just a Shield Steward ++, basically, for us. Play that, and then Spear Steward. Trigger the Versatile Ember Staff. Can't play enough cards this turn to trigger it, though. I do need to pump the Hornbreaker's damage as much as possible because this is going to be pretty tough otherwise. 2 waves, so you'll be at the top. Okay, I'll drop the Vengeful Shard. One Root Seeds, 1 Torch, and then this should be enough for the boss. It's not currently. Hornbreak on the frontliner and then Root Seeds at the back is enough. That'll take us there. Yeah, so we have to lose 1 HP to do it, but that's okay. Almost certainly going Merchant of Steel with Hellhorn Banner. Vent. Having an AoE option, absolutely. Yes, please. Glimmer is also an AoE option, but I don't know if I want it that bad. I really don't think Thorned Hollow has a future in this deck. The fact is, with the 5 base cards being Root Seeds rather than Restore, hitting enough Rejuvenate triggers early enough for you to get really reasonable is just going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be like intrinsic spells. It's going to be drafting a bunch of spells, because literally no spell in my deck heals at the moment. It just requires so much more support than it will give back to me for having done it in the first place. Do I take a 3rd Steel Enhancer? I've got a lot of positive draw in this deck, so 0 costs are pretty good for that reason. Vine Grasp has much less value when I already have Torches, Vent, and 2 copies of Hornbreak. Give me Steel Enhancer. It was either Steel Enhancer or Skip there, to my mind. Okay. Dualism and Rage, also quick here. We've got some real tools. Oh! Oh! Okay, Consumer of Crowns. Cooldown of 2 to sacrifice an imp to attack immediately. You are not for us. We have no imps in the deck. Railbeater. Armor 30. Strike to apply melee weakness 1. We could immediately give you dualism. So now you have armor 60 and you apply melee weakness 2. Do I also up your rage? I think so. And then we just leave. I don't think quick or strength stone are necessary at this point. I think just running those two in the correct positions with respect to one another will be fine. So Railbeater, Hornbreaker. This one's going to be Thorn Hollow, although I don't even have a way to heal it, so it's not like holding the Thorn Hollow on top really changed anything. On vent. Damn. Oh, I'm not even gonna get the collector at all. Rough. Not too much I can do about that right here. This is not a good fight for us. We have very little way of taking down all of those front minions before they become pretty nightmarish for us. As soon as they're at the front, we're completely great against them. Just getting them there is the tough part. Okay, we're about to take another 10 damage. Oh, you're actually kidding me. Oh, wait. Yeah, literally just take down the back line and we're okay. Yeah, I was very confused by how we were losing that one there with the melee weakness application. Bridge of the battle. For every reason you could possibly think it is. I think if I am going full brawler, Razor Sharp Edge is plus 60 damage. Like, it might be enough if I have 4 times multi-strike. It might be enough to be considerable scaling at that rate. Although one of the best ways to scale a champion is equipment. Let's do it. Shouldn't have gone to that Pyromanes first. I'm gonna regret it. Stoich Plitmal. Silence armor 60. No. I mean, like, dualism, actually. Wait, would it silence your dualism, or would you get 120 armor? Because it silences your melee weakness strike, but it does give you a bunch of additional health. It's most of what I care about. I guess there's also Void Armament Stoic Plate Mail merge them so that I lose the Extinguish trigger. Purge this unit from your deck. I get a 4 costs equipment though that I can't play. An attuned Whetstone would push me in that direction, but short of that, not too many things would. I'm leaning towards rerolling, looking for a more damage-based pickup. I like the melee weakness from Railbeater, but it's never going to be huge because this is mostly based around your multi-strike rather than having a single large number. I think I do take the Stoic Plate Mail. Ridiculous. There it is. Swift Steel Dagger. Yeah. Absolutely give it quick. Hell, I'll Fight Club that same floor. Plus 15 damage? We're going to be able to take a lot more risks with this. Hello. I think the only card I would possibly care to dupe is that Railbeater. So I'll take one, thank you. Gotta make sure I get some buffs on the Hornbreaker. I can't just let the Flagellant go by, so I think I have to wait to start healing bots off Fleshweaver. No, I can do this. I'm going to Razor Sharp Edge you, then Torch you so that I can Hornbreak and start carving some. That thing ascends, still get slain on the next floor. Yeah, we're fine. I'm also going to use the Echo of the Time Father to keep the Frozen Ritual Battle in hand. A vent for the bottom line, and then that draws an additional card for us as well. And then Fight Club for the bottom line. Okay. Just gonna carve a bunch of stuff off of you, because these guys are rooted for this turn, and then next turn we'll be on the bottom line. Where really all I need is to have enough health to survive the Fleshweaver's hits a couple of times. Okay, yeah, it does give 120. Get him, Stoic Plate Mail. Completely win on the bottom line. Hell yeah. I can even freeze the Stoic Plate Mail just as a big health for Railbeater if I need it. Old Growth, we don't have Rejuvenate triggers in this deck. Reinforce, yeah, double the amount of armor on a unit. Sounds decent to me. Demon Friend, hello. It tramples. Very high cost, though. I think putting a Husk Hermit behind on the bottom line sounds really good. Because I'm probably going to go Capacity after this. Capacity or Energy? I feel like it should be Capacity, and then I get another one size so that I can just slot it in with ease. But at the moment, I could even run not Capacity. I could go Railbeater bottom line with Husk Hermit, second Railbeater with Hornbreaker on the next line. That actually sounds a lot better. It gives me a lot more time. It gives me one more turn to set up for the Hornbreaker having decent damage. So I don't need additional deployment energy right now. However, I will want to make Swift Steel Dagger deployable maybe Fight Club. Probably not Fight Club. I'm going to go for a better room than that, I think. Oh, that's annoying. The Merchant of Trinkets is on the same side as the Forgotten Boons and Celestial Alcove, which is very high value. It's very dense. The other side is the Merchant of Steel, though, and I really do need another Merchant of Steel if I've just taken this Husk Hermit. Quick and multi-strike suddenly become two of the most important things that I can see. Although I have... That's very narrow if I only care about quick and multi-strike at the moment. So I'm probably going to go in the Merchant of Trinkets. Fine. Energy. Ooh. Friendly units ends with Rage 3. Decent. I think it's probably decent enough. I do need anything that just increases the base level of our power. Wrath! The ability of Wrath! Attack immediately. Benevolence, restore friendly units to full health and grant +5 health. There's also Courage. Advance, restore to full health and gain armor equal to the amount healed. Railbeaters don't have much health, so neither of the last two are great for their health condition. However, granting +5 health to the entire floor, not awful. It's still probably much better to just give one of them Wrath, though. So I will. I also like the idea of giving Wrath to a Husk Hermit, so it has the ability to sweep twice in a turn. That'll help it trigger its revenge a lot better. So I did it. Yeah, I know your slays would make you more powerful, but I do need to go for the big multi-strike. I really wish I also had the ability to take the Firestone Housing, especially now having gotten that Wrath upgrade. -1 energy per turn, a lot easier to face when I have +1 energy per turn. Time Father so that I can keep a Ritual Battle for the next turn. I mean, I really want to keep the Ritual Battle still, so... Lay everything else under the sun, I think. This Stoic Blade Mail feels like it has to go on the bottom line. Go for additional draw next turn, drawing this up to a full 10. Really? Husk Hermit, get him! Whoa, buddy. Oh. You're the one... I fully mistook you for a Shattered Shell, Husk Hermit. You are still a quick... You are still a sweep unit, so you are still... I still would have needed or wanted to take you in that position, I guess, but ugh. Clearly doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Can I have my blade, please? My Swift Steel Dagger, please? Save a lot of health on that second line. Yeah, there you go. Double the amount of armor on a unit? It won't really matter, because it's still just a 45er hitting the enemies for a while, but I'll do it. And then here we are so completely fine. Get him, Brawler. March of Shields would be my choice if I didn't have Stoic Plate Mail, and like it would be my choice for health on the front line. But I think Rage Serum's way better for us right now. Channel Song. No. No, I don't want to draw things mid-fight like that. Invigorating Solution saves us a little, but do I take Invigorating Solution ever if I also have a Preserve Thorns offered in the same position? Give me the Thorns. Merchant of Arms versus another Merchant of Trinkets. I do have a lot more money for this Merchant of Trinkets. But for many reasons I've listed earlier, I've got to come here. Oh, another Stoic Plate Mail. Interesting. Iron Tongue. I like Boiler Room, throw that on the bottom line. I also think I could like Inferno Room bottom line, and then Railbeater Husk Hermit, and then Railbeater Hornbreaker, and then this Husk Hermit ends up getting replaced because... Oh, with what though? I'm out of units. It's just I feel like I save a lot of health on my units if I do that. Yeah, let's do it. That's our bottom line strategy. We have 2 Stoic Plate Mails in the deck. I reroll? If I reroll, it's... I don't have enough to buy a 90. I'd only be able to buy a lower cost weapon and then merge it in. Yeah, not thrilled about that. Well, this is annoying as well. Oh, I took Boiler Room and then I went took another room that's going to overlap it. The Inferno Room. Still do think I probably prefer that Inferno there. This dupe is a little tough though. I almost want to just put it on another Railbeater, because it's going to be a better replacement for a Husk Hermit soon. Also, I think we're probably past the point where I should be removing a couple of the stewards from the deck. I mean, yeah, just get rid of a unit on the bottom line now. There we go. It saves us so much not having to worry about that bottom line. Burn out a Calcified Ember there. Have to worry about him hasting past. Alright, I think that's about the best we can do right now. Now all you need to do is come up to this floor and die. Second calcified ember, also burnt out. Great, that's both of them. And we're only going to get 2 more multi-strike on this Hellhorn Prince, so we should be okay by the time we get to 500s. Enflame is great. It's just such a... so many statistics on one card. Invigorating Solution. I'll take it in this instance, because it's not up against this thing. Problem with Merchant of Steel at the moment is, like, even if I make the Husk Hermit as good as it possibly can be, it still doesn't really stand up to the rest of my deck. Holdover. Well, that's intriguing. I don't need to hold over an AoE solution now that I've got deployable Inferno Room. I need to hold over scaling solutions. I think it's holdover in flame, and then I look for double stack on the other side of you. Consume removal, I'll give that to a Rage Serum, because it's completely fine if it cycles. Negative costs. Gotta start decreasing the cost of the ritual battle somehow. Reroll. That's the double stack I was looking for. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's still gotta be double stacking in flame with the holdover. But intrinsic -1, this feels now much easier to put on Ritual of Battle to guarantee that we have a lot of damage on that turn 1. Vent, give it some default AoE, -2 cost consume, no. All good. I mean, if I take any of these, it's Exile's Diadem, but I don't think I need it. Yes, they have lifesteal. Terrifying. Swift Dagger, Ritual of Battle, 2 Root Seeds. I'm pretty sure that line's ready to go. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna have to echo the Time Father this hand, because there's a lot of stuff I want to do here. Okay, then unit on the bottom line draws a card, gives an energy. It's gotta be Preserved Thorn. Boiler Room on the midline. Probably ends up replacing the Fight Club for us. Then Vengeful Shard, draws a card. Enflame for 20 additional armor and 12 additional rage. Happily get rid of the silence as soon as it's no longer helpful. Reinforced for another 167 armor on Railbeater, and I think now we are well beyond... Like, I could just hit end turn until the end. And... yeah, that'll do it. In fact, it'll do it in a single strike. Last stand, yeah, I mean, yeah. Doubles the amount of rage on friendly units. There's a huge amount of rage by default already on the Railbeater, and I'm giving a bunch of rage to the Hornbright. It's just correct. I desperately want to justify draw here. Can I do it? Oh, so easily. The only real justification for energy there that I can think of is making the Swift Steel Attacker deployable. I don't think that's as important as it. -1 cost double stack. Sorry, -1 cost intrinsic and double stack both available. Double stack for Rage Serum exclusively at the moment, but that's okay. Intrinsic is really good. I'm going to give it to Razor Sharp Edge for the additional 60 damage on turn 1. I'm going to reroll before Emberstone. Spell Chain, the Razor Sharp Edge, I think. Oh, and plus 20 magic power consume for a single touch. Ooh. I want to take these broken wings and learn to fly again. It would give me the ability to save the Husk Hermit on turn 1 if I really wanted to. Is there a good reason not to do that? Oh. Oh, I can't do it because it already has an ability. So what? This would give me the ability to overstack one floor with double Railbeater and then single... That's okay, I guess. There we are, all the way up at Brawler number 3. Plus enemy units restore 150 health when they move up a floor. So annoyingly, we are going to be taking a lot of damage to Terrifying Amalgams here, because they're just going to see an empty bottom line and hit us. Still the best way for me to deal with them, because there's Ragewing Assassins down there. I really wish you saw what you were going to be facing on the 7th floor. Like, I know this isn't technically a boss battle, but it kills me way more than Kale does, and there is a complete night and day to how you need to respond to the specific kinds of fights that you can take in this area. You go there. I silence you. I'm gonna echo the Time Father to keep both this Stoic Plate Mail in hand. Get rid of the cards that can't even theoretically contribute here. Yeah, I'm still going to need much more damage on the Hornbreaker Prince. Like, it's doing 500 damage at the moment. It's not going to be able to deal with this next line. Oh, Last Stand, double the amount of rage on friendly units. Yeah, that'll help. That will absolutely help. Oh, we are so close to killing the Terrifying Amalgam here as well. I mean, yeah, Inflame will do it. Yeah, this line's the worst one. Nothing I can do about it, though. We've got enough damage for this line now, so I can change you back to Boiler Room. God damn it, again. I really want to just fly a Railbeater down with the Stoke Plate Mail just to prevent last round's damage and this round's damage. That'd work. I should have flown you down last turn, though, because then I could fly you up at the boss fight phase, so I could have prevented 20 health damage. Oh, it replaces your 120 armor with another 120 armor. Let's see. So unfortunately, stacking Stoic Plate Mails on a single target just to give them a bunch of armor doesn't work. Oh well. March of Shields? And definitely Pyre. I can 100% afford -2 cards drawn on one turn. Merchant of Magic removal definitely appeals to me. There are dupes that I care about in the deck, but how many of them? Like, Ritual Battle's pretty good. I mean, Rage Serum's also really good. But Ritual Battle's in my opening hand, and having it before I have Last Stand appear is pretty important. Oh, Rage adds an additional damage per stack from the Resonant Shard. Gonna be very useful there. Start a turn, start a spin. No, this gives you a card that then draws, but I am drawing 10 cards a turn, and I'm freezing cards in hand, so this is gonna overdraw me to the tune of a 0 cost that does 12 damage to the enemy frontliner. Yo, that's great, though. When a friendly unit gains armor, it gains 4 additional... It's fine. It's actually okay. Spell Chain. I mean, I want to Spell Chain that Pyagro, to be honest with you. -1 cost from an Ember Stone. On March of Shields, then reroll. I think another like holdover strength related thing is going to be useful for us. I also think if I'm going to permafrost anything, surely it should be Reinforce. Actually, no, I'll do it with Last Stand. I'm much better at generating defense than I am at generating offense there. Up a Torch, and then removing 2 cards from the deck. I mean, it really should be cards that I have absolutely no business playing. I'm a bit scared that maybe I'm very poorly prepared for exactly this fight. Yeah, I'm going to need to focus on the armor of my Railbeater a lot. Let's go Boiler, Pyagro, March. Got to up my draw with the Root Seeds. I might have to swap these Railbeaters at some point just so that they're splitting the doubled corruption. I'm pretty terrified that this build has no chance now. The amount of shield I would need to generate. Is getting truly ridiculous. Swift Stealth Dagger really helps, though. And then I'm gonna last stand. Okay. Just need to keep as many of you alive per turn as I can. You had another Stoic Plate Mail in there. There you are. So we March of Shields this one forward, we Enflame this one, then this gets reinforced. I think... I think this should be okay. Enflame keeps our backliner alive, and then that's enough to get us through. Good lord. Oh, how terrifying. We got there in the end, though. We got there in the end. And now the Titans will be no problem. Clash with the Titans. There's the Inferno room. Railbeater ready to fly up. Dodge him. Ooh, Fight Club. Yeah, I'll just pop that on the top line. Freezing 2 Horn Breaks. It's relatively low priority for us here, I think. Oh yeah, having Inflame from second hand, it's gonna be huge. Oh, hell yeah. Boiler room. Pyagro, Pyagro. Then I can use Preserve Thorn and Invigorating Solution if I wanted to as well. Which I will, so I can also use Pyalite, but I want to keep the Inflame in hand, so I'll even freeze. And then I get a full 10 card next hand, despite the fact that I played 2 Pyogrowths. I mean, yeah, I think this is the golden opportunity for us to just drop Last Stand. I could always wait more and then double more, but it's definitely doing the damage numbers that are good enough. Swap these two around. Endflame, March of Shields. March of Shields, Stoic Plate Mail. And let's reinforce that. Double your armor. So Entropy is now down, Savagery is almost down, and Dominion will be dead within 2 turns. Yeah, it feels like Wave 8 is a very, very typical end. Here, Savagery aligns with Dominion, but it's usually just Dominion dies on turn 8 if you're playing the Pylites. For an average higher heart, that is. All out, brawl out. Done with the 4 full multi-strike, and then just every strategy under the sun to make them stronger. Enflame, the March of Shields. March of Shields really wasn't much of it. I mean, Railbeater just being a big, solid unit to receive dualism, courtesy of the fact that it not only has the 30 armor that gets doubled, but also the melee weakness. Hey, it is nice that I actually got to appreciate Razor Sharp Edge. I've been talking so much trash about the scaling options in Awoken recently. You know who doesn't care about how bad the scaling is? Someone with 4 times multi-strike. Someone with 4 times multi-strike sees Razor Sharp Edge and says, yes, 60 more damage. And it sees the spell chain and says, yes, 60 more damage. Beautiful. Also, I gotta say, I do feel like I got a decent bit lucky in this run seeing the intrinsic upgrades that I did. Because without Razor Sharp Edge and Ritual Battle both being intrinsic, the Hornbreaker comes out on the field to tickle the enemies for a while, and then I just watch my Pyre die. That worked out real well. Victory. Come on, do you have anything to say about this run? No? Oh my god. Okay, so we've got 2 streaks running at the 3 streaks running at the moment. Streak number 1, the Herschel's Cup streak. We've beaten Covenant 10 5 times in a row. Number 2, the Titan Cup streak. We've beaten the Titans in Covenant 10 5 times in a row. And the 3rd streak is 0 additional stats shown for any of my last 5 runs. We'll see if we can change that narrative at all in the next episode, but until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist for all the content of the game, past, present, and future YouTube recommendations. Down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a world of thanks to him, and a special thanks this episode to Nick Starfield. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.